Hey y'all. Um, so it's day 8. Yesterday was tiring, and I didn't get a chance to record. I kind of slept right through my opportunity, which was crazy. A little rough today. I'm also exhausted. I had a PET scan today, my first ever PET scan. I had no idea PET scans were radioactive, and even when I looked it up, I was just like, no way. And then they come in with this one single shot in a locked metal box. Open the box, take out a tube that's also surrounded in about 2 inches of metal. They're wearing special gloves to handle the shot. And I'm like, y'all are putting that inside of me? Like, am I about to be like Imagine Dragons out here? Radioactive? Radioactive? It took me for a little loop. And honestly, I kind of feel like crap from it. um, I came home, I went straight to sleep. And I've slept most of the day away. And I'm still tired. And I feel kind of fuzzy, a little bit nauseous, or maybe just queasy. No fan of PET scans. I mean, they're very much like CAT scans, except for that radioactive dye or whatever it is that they put inside of you. Tomorrow, I have my bone marrow biopsy. I've never had one of those, obviously, either. And I just found out that I'm going to be alone for that. And it sucks, honestly. You know, all of this is, it's so much, it's so scary. But I just gotta put up my big girl pants and suck it up. I mean, what else can I do? I've gotten through many hard situations in my life by myself. And if need be, I can get through this by myself too. But I really wish I wasn't going to be alone for it. But I'll be there over on 233rd. Ready. Ready to go. I have the same doctor that did my last biopsy, which is great because he made me feel comfortable. And, he was really good at explaining everything to me, which I appreciated. I got my playlist ready to sing through my biopsy. That's how I got through the last one. That's how I'll get through this one. He didn't mind. He said it was fine if I sang, so I sang. A lot of the time, music is my healer. When I'm feeling any type of way, I always turn to music to help me get back up and remind me that I'm strong and capable, and that I'm a survivor of so many other things, so I can survive this too. It doesn't make it any less scary though. You know, this cancer, this thing it affects so many different parts of my life. I had a situation. I'll tell you about a couple situations this week. So, the other day there was a fight broke out in the store. Now, I'm from the hood. Like, I've been in so many fights. It don't even make sense. And my first instinct is, literally it's happened right in front of me. So try to break it up, get in there, try to pull one person off the other person. And you know what I'm saying? Like, we're in a small store and all of that. Like, and at one point, the person I was pulling back kind of leaned back into my stomach, and it was kind of like this wave of nauseating pain. And I was like, wow, that's a no. You know, We can't be doing stuff like that anymore. Then I had another instance where somebody I love very dearly had a seizure. Not their first, they're epileptic. And, it's never been a problem before for me to help them. And, it wasn't a problem this time either, but I had this question going in my head, like, what if at some point I'm too weak to help? What do I do? I'm always the strong one. I'm always, the rock and something like that, where I'll be in a position where I might not be able to help, the fight in the store and the seizure situation. Like, I can't, I have to be careful of how I handle things. Like, I definitely won't be breaking up any more fights. And as for the person that I love that has epilepsy, I'm still going to do my best, even at my weakest, to help if it happens in front of me, always. That's something I wouldn't be able to do. It's like one of my own kids. I wouldn't be able to just stand there. I would have to act. And I know I need to gather my inner strength, but it's little things that pop up that just constantly remind you, hey, you're not just, regular you anymore. You're not just normal anymore. You have to be conscious about this thing that's growing, that grew inside of you. And hopefully they will stop from growing and get into remission. Well, after chemo anyway. But there are moments where it seems like, just another doctor's appointment, nothing big. And then there's other moments where I'm fully and blatantly reminded, hey, you have cancer and you are not in the same position now to do the things that you were in a position to do before. Like they told me yesterday when, rather the day before when they called to confirm my PET scan, that I couldn't have any activities for the rest of the day. I should be resting. And that included sex. And that was just like a blow for me. Like, wow. Because I do live a very sexual life. My husband and and I always have anyway. So it's like, wow, it's even has the ability to affect my sex life. Like regular, normal, everyday things that I would normally do without a second thought. Now I have to second think every activity. Like, if I do this, is it going to affect me later? Is it going to hurt me later? Am I going to be lying in pain later? Little bits at a time, just pop into nowhere, and then pop into everywhere. It's like this little reminder nudges here and there, like, hey, don't forget about me. Cancer, still here, still part of you. And I can hardly believe it's just been over a week since I was diagnosed. And I've noticed so many small changes. I tell you, hindsight is crazy. A lot of the things that I was excusing off and I was putting off, and I look back on it now, like I have been dealing with this for some time. I just didn't have a name for my opponent. And I told you guys I did name my opponent, Charlie. But, since being in the hospital, I guess they poke at it, they prod at it, and take little pieces of it. And, then there's all these brand new medications that I'm dealing with that I've never had to deal with before. My body feels it. It does feel it. And when I found out tomorrow that I was going to be by myself, I cried. Because it's scary. But I had this moment that I realized that, this cancer it's my opponent. It's my problem. It's mine to beat. It's mine to deal with. It's really not anybody else's problem, And I can't expect anybody to just stop what they're doing, put their life on hold, just because I'm scared. So I'm sure that there will be many appointments to come that I'll be alone. And that's okay, because I'm a fighter anyway. And the nurses are always great at the hospital there. But I guess it just makes it all that more real, you know. This is my battle. This cancer is my battle to take on. And I know that it affects a lot of people and everybody around me who loves me, but at the end of it, it is still my battle. All of this can be so much sometimes. You don't really know how to begin and where to stop. But I'm going to keep my head up. I'm going to keep repeating my mantra. I know that I am strong. I know that I am capable. I know that I am a survivor, and I can survive this too. I just have to stay focused and stay positive, because no matter how scary these tests are, no matter how scary each realization may be, I have to stay positive. If I want to win this fight, I have to stay positive and I have to stay focused. And I know that I can do this. Each test gets me closer to treatment, which gets me closer to recovery. And that's how I see it. And no matter what fire is at my feet, I will rise. And I will do my best to be calm, to take deep breaths, and just keep on singing and listening to music. And I'll keep sharing all of this with you guys as often as humanly possible. I see from yesterday that there are going to be days where I'm so exhausted I can barely move a muscle. And I thought I'd be able to just do this every day. And now I'm seeing that there will be days I won't be able to. I might be just too tired or something. But I won't lose touch, and except for the weekends, I won't miss more than a day. I really appreciate you guys' support. And I want to thank you so much for watching and just for traveling through this journey with me on all of these realizations, all of these tests, all of it. And if you're with me in this fight, let's sport our lime green for lymphoma awareness. And let's stay strong together. Let's survive together.